Good morning to all, but probably not such a good morning for Alex Jones. The judge in his Connecticut defamation case yesterday ordered $473 million in punitive damages to add to the $965 million compensatory damage award that the jury gave. Let's break down the punitive damages. So it falls into two components. First, with respect to his common law claims for defamation and intentional infliction of emotional distress, there's a limit in Connecticut law for the amount of punitive damages. You can basically only recover an amount equal to your attorney's fees. But here's where the plaintiffs are in luck, because apparently their attorney's fees are calculated by a contingency arrangement. Many of you have heard of this. That's an arrangement where the lawyers only get paid if they win and if they collect. So the lawyers here had a 33% contingency fee arrangement with the plaintiff. So the way you calculate that is you look at the $965 million compensatory damage award and you take a third of that, which is about $322 million. That's the amount of the attorney's fees that would be owed, and that is the amount that the judge ordered in punitive damages on that portion of the case. Then there's another portion of the case under something called the Connecticut Unfair Trade Practices Act, or we've been calling CUTPA. CUTPA has to do with the fact that all of these statements were broadcast, and CUTPA deals with, fraud upon the public in that kind of situation. And CUTPA doesn't have the same sort of punitive damage limitation. So the judge just got to award punitive damages based on the statute. And on the CUTPA claim, she awarded $150 million. So when you add those two together, and I guess there's some other change here and there, I haven't seen the exact order, you get a $473 million punitive damages award comprised of $322 million based on the attorney's fees and $150 million based on CUTPA. You add that to the $965 million compensatory damage award, and I'll round it up because once you're that high, who cares? It's about $1.5 billion that Alex Jones and his company has lost in this litigation. Many people are asking me, will any of it ever been paid? That's a whole different story and a whole different set of analysis. Also, there are clearly appeal issues here. Someone's going to appeal based on the size of this compensatory damage number. Somebody is going to have a lot to say about the applicability of CUTPA on these claims. And those are going to be addressed by an appellate court at some point, along with, I would assume, other evidentiary and appeal issues. Now, in addition, yesterday, the court apparently ordered an asset freeze. That's a court order that bars Alex Jones from transferring money. I'm not sure yet of the full scope of the freeze, although I did see he is precluded from sending monies overseas. So there's an effort to keep his assets, whatever they may be, in the United States so that these plaintiffs, who will soon be judgment creditors, as we call them, will be able to find the assets and collect on them. Again, doing that is a whole different story. But there you have it. $473 million in punitive damages to add to $965 million in compensatory damages. Quite a win for the plaintiffs.